Alright everybody, here's a quick video for tonight's homework help. We worked on adding integers today, and there's really only 3 rules when you add integers. We already know that a positive plus a positive equals a positive, just like we've been doing ever since kindergarten. All positive numbers plus other positive numbers give you positive answers. Now we have, in 6th grade, dealing with negative numbers, so we could have a negative plus a negative. A negative plus a negative always gives you a negative. An example of that would be negative 7 plus negative 7, okay? So a negative plus a negative gives you a negative, and then we add like we normally would. 7 plus 7 is 14, so we're at negative 14. If we need to think about that using a number line, okay, we could do that pretty easily. Let's go over here and look at our class number line. And we had, I believe, negative 7. Let me look at it again. We had negative 7 plus negative 7. So here we go. Here's our number line. Here is negative 7. And we're going to add negative 7 to this. So we're going to take 7 hops to the left because numbers get more negative as we go down the number line there. So here we are at negative 7. We're going to add negative 7 to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So negative 7 plus a negative 7 is negative 14. So a number line can help us see that if we don't see that just by looking at it on the paper there, okay? All right, so we have positive plus positives, we have negative plus negatives, and then every once in a while we have a positive plus a negative, or like here we have a negative plus a positive, where one is positive and one is negative. The way we handle that is that we ignore the signs for a moment, so ignore the positive and negative signs for a moment. Find the difference between those two numbers and then use the sign of the larger number. So if we're looking at 5 plus negative 8, let's ignore the signs for a moment. Let's just look at that as 5 and 8. The difference between 5 and 8 is 3. And the sign of the larger number is negative because 8 is larger than 5. Now technically this is the absolute value. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. And the absolute value of 5 is 5. So the number with the largest absolute value is negative 8. So we use the sign for the same sign that the negative 8 had. So this would be negative 3. So positive 5 plus negative 8. We could also look at that on the number line. If we were at positive 5 and we were adding negative 8, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we would land on negative 3. So your students may want to draw a number line on their paper to help them if they need to see that, okay? All right, then last we have some questions that have 3 add-ins. So we got 7, positive 7 is an add-in, negative 5 is an add-in, and then we have positive 5. So we have 3 instead of 2 things that we're adding together. So we told students to group them together in 2's first. So let's just put some brackets around this and look at this as 7 plus negative 5. Okay, so if we started at 7 on the number line and we went 5 jumps to the left because we are adding a negative number to it, we would land at positive 2. So 7 plus negative 5 is positive 2. Then we bring down our positive 5 and continue the problem. 2 plus 5 equals 7. So if you have more than one add-in like you do on these here, then all you need to do is combine a couple of them and then finish it with the leftover pieces, okay? Sometimes though, if you look carefully, you'll see some 0 pairs like this one. Positive 5 and negative 5 are what we call 0 pairs because they're opposites. They're going to cancel each other out. Therefore, our answer is just going to be positive 11. So sometimes you can find some 0 pairs to save yourself a little bit of time. All right. Hope this helps you with your homework tonight. One more time, here are the rules that can help you. Positive plus positive is positive. Negative plus negative is always negative. And then positive plus a negative or negative plus a positive, you ignore the signs. You find the difference between the two numbers, and then you use the sign of the larger number. Hope this helps, and good luck on your homework.